Hey guys, so I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about my trip to San Diego. I have some tips and tricks for you. Now, this is not my first time to San Diego, so I'm not going to talk to you guys about all the things I know about San Diego, just a little bit about my current trip right now, just in case you're going for the first time and trying to figure out kind of what to do. So we stayed kind of north of like the heart of San Diego, which is like downtown. We stayed between like the 805 and the 5 and the 163 in the Boulevard area, or almost near the university. And I wouldn't suggest staying there because I think that a really awesome place to stay is like the Gaslamp Quarter, which has really good attractions and views, and you know there's good restaurants there, and plus there's walking distance to water and stuff like that. But we only stayed where we stayed because my husband had to work during that week, and it was kind of halfway between where he worked and where we could go to basically spend the time when he wasn't with us. So that was why we stayed there. But we stayed at this hotel called the Lafayette Hotel, which is really, really nice if you are going to stay in the middle of nowhere. It's kind of a boutique hotel. It's an old Hollywood style theme, and a lot of old Hollywood actors used to hang out there. And I really like the decor on the inside because there's tons of cool furniture, umbrellas hanging from the ceiling, just a really lot of beautiful character, a really awesome courtyard with like chess pieces you can move around and stuff like that. So a really beautiful hotel. We stayed in a room in the Manor, had a king size room. The room was pretty roomy, not super done up or anything. I think the furniture was kind of old, the bed was kind of old, but there was one wall that they wallpapered, so it made it look a little bit more boutique-y, but I wouldn't say that it was like super done up, nice room. Not saying that it wasn't comfortable. It was a very comfortable room, very clean room, so I felt like my stay was still complete because of that. I just expected, because of the decor of the inside of the hotel, the rooms would be a little bit more done up. We had a lot of good food at their restaurant called Hope 46, so I definitely suggest that you try that. Tons of awesome food. If you're going there for dinner, I suggest the short rib and polenta. That's so yummy. I actually had the butternut squash, and I felt like that was too sweet. Like I felt like I was eating dessert, not like dinner. If you can go there and get a mojito, the first day that we were there, we had a really, really good mojito, had a really good bartender, I think. The second time I had the mojito there, I had a different bartender. I didn't love it that much. So I'm a huge mojito snob, and it sucks because sometimes some people make it right and some people don't. So, but otherwise, I mean, they have a really awesome happy hour and good happy hour menu and good cocktails there. So if you want to stop in there for happy hour as well, that is an option. Things to do. So obviously the first day we went to the San Diego Zoo, and we stayed there the whole day. And if you go to the San Diego Zoo, make sure you bring your walking shoes. It's really, really hilly. It's really big. There's tons and tons of animals there. So it's really great. And they have elephants, which not a lot of zoos have elephants, So very beautiful animals. And they had a little petting zoo as well. So you have little ones that like to do pet goats and things. My son enjoyed so much pushing goats around, so that's also great. And of course they have good food there as well, not very typical of like some places. They have like actually kind of themed restaurants. Like we stopped into like an Asian place to have food right after we got out of the panda exhibit. They also serve alcohol there, so they have this place where you can get craft beer, and then coffee and stuff like that, and then margaritas. So when my son was napping, I went to go get a margarita and sat down, just like, oh, this is nice, just sitting down while he's napping and stuff like that. The second day, we kind of just chilled out, didn't do too much big things, but we went to Waterfront Park and let him run around under the fountains and stuff. And then the last day, we went to the SeaWorld, which I don't want to get too much into SeaWorld because I don't know. I'm sure it's great for little kids and everything. But when I was younger, I really thought SeaWorld was really, really awesome because you got to see these big whales and you just get to see all these animals that you probably never saw before. But as an adult now, just looking inside like their little tanks and stuff, it just made me sad. Just like, oh man, their life just must suck. Swimming around in a circle, being trapped in this cage all day long. And I felt like the shows were like not. It was just more about getting people wet, which I thought was kind of weird. Like, you can just go to the splash park next door to get wet, I just felt like the whole show was just about getting the people in the first, 10 rows wet, and that was it, So, to me, it wasn't as entertaining as it used to be. My son is not super into like looking at animals. You know, maybe he will when he gets older. He had a lot more fun going to the little Elmo area and playing with the little like water stuff and like going on the little Elmo rides. And there's this little area for toddlers where there's like little blocks and like a foam mat, and he had more fun doing that than actually going to like look at the shows. So SeaWorld was kind of expensive. It can be like $80 per person, but the good thing is open until 9 p.m. I don't want to talk too much about that because it kind of makes me sad to think about SeaWorld. So moving on to another thing that I really love is food. My sister actually lives in San Diego, so she took me to this Asian area in San Diego and had really good food there. There's like this ramen place, so yummy. I had the oxtail there. Oh my gosh, to die for. Across the street is this dumpling place that we had and had really good food there. I really suggest the little banh mi sliders. It had like pork belly in it, so good. And then right next door to that is this revolving sushi place. So if you are looking for like a gimmicky sushi place to go to, definitely go there and have some sushi on this little revolving table, which is awesome. And then she took me to this place called Sea Level that has really good salads and then also good drinks and just really awesome food that is very indicative of like, you know, foodie type of stuff and really beautiful. It was like right next to the water, so it has awesome views, you know. So I didn't really get to go to too many places to eat because I wasn't there a lot of the time. I mean, like a whole week or anything like that, but I felt like I still got a really good sampling of San Diego food culture. So that is my vlog and my tips and tricks for San Diego. But definitely, if you are there for a long time, also try Legoland, which is... Now, Legoland is not perfect for... I've been to Legoland once when I was an adult, and I was just like, I'm never going again as an adult. But if you do have a child with you that's like maybe... I would say like, you know, 8 and under, Legoland is perfect for them. So definitely go there. And I heard Legoland has a splash park now, which is like really, really awesome. So maybe you can do like both in a day, or maybe if you do the splash park one day and Legoland the next day. And there's this new thing called the Safari Zoo, which I think is up north a little bit more. And you definitely could go there. But one other thing that we did while we're there, if you're there like now, you can also go to the San Diego County Fair. This fairground is up in Del Mar. It's right next to the ocean, which is like, that's like an awesome location. But I don't know. I thought it was kind of shaped kind of weird because when you walked in, you had to go around this big building. And it was actually kind of a small fair considering where I'm from, which is Sacramento. Our fairground is much bigger. And they had little kid rides, but they didn't have that many rides, but it was enough for you to entertain yourself for like a day or something like that. And of course they had barns with livestock and that stuff. If you go earlier in the day, they have a petting zoo there too. So I wish the petting zoo was open when we were there, but we went during the night. And food, the fair is awesome, right? Always. Try going to that place that has all the deep fried stuff. If you go to the fair, you have to try the burger that has the Krispy Kremes on top. So it's like a Krispy Kreme burger, and then like deep fried Oreos is like the best. So definitely 2 things that you must try if you go to any fair. Okay? All right. Well, that is it for me today and my trip to San Diego. I will talk to you next time. Bye.